Skywatch Media News for November the 6th, 2019. There are highly unusual events taking place from the sky and right here on Earth that in recent times are playing havoc on people's emotions. On October the 31st, in the southeast corner of Brazil, within the province of Rio Grande do Sul, a familiar formation appeared in the early evening sky over the town of Soledad. A glowing red bird, resembling the phoenix, suddenly appeared above the setting sun. The formation was so bizarre that onlookers were left amazed by its presence. It is an absolutely stunning spectacle. Imagine watching what looks like a giant burning phoenix rising slowly from the ashes. It is an inexplicable sight that can only be left to one's imagination. Sometimes nature can rattle our nerves, conveying messages via important signs in the sky. It's apparent that the sky is behaving strangely. In the wake of the rising phoenix, a violent storm descended upon the people of this region of Brazil. At the beginning of November, a mysterious cloud formation stunned onlookers from the Caribbean island of Trinidad, located just off the northeast coast of Venezuela. Villagers in the town of Tunapuna were so perplexed by this iridescent pinkish-purple anomaly that they referred to it as the volcano in the sky. Superstitious users of the internet have indicated that the spectacle is a sign indicative of the beginning of the end for the earth, while others described it as heaven on earth. Irrespective of its description, witnesses were in awe over the footage of the floating hue, which appeared to be motionless between the clouds. Some have described the formation as cloud iridescence, which is a type of optical phenomenon created by ice crystals in closer formation to the sun or the moon, where light is then scattered. It's not exactly known what the purplish-red mass above the Caribbean island is. There has been no official explanation. Recently, the sky over Japan turned an eerie purple, but whether this may be related to the Trinidad anomaly is uncertain. Appearances such as these are rare, but when they happen, they are both incredible and impressive. Just last month, a spectacular rainbow cloud formed at the top of a giant cumulonimbus over Campeche, Mexico, leaving onlookers amazed. Rainbow clouds such as these are often seen just prior to earthquakes. A similar cloud developed over Sichuan, China, just 30 minutes prior to a major earthquake in the year 2008. Since the beginning of antiquity, the rainbow lights are said to be signs of an imminent earthquake, in many instances appearing 1 week prior to the actual seismic event. Some people say they are indicators of geoengineering or even chemtrailing, but like so many mysterious anomalies in the sky, their origin cannot be defined. About a week after Tropical Storm Narda hit Mexico, a very unusual phenomenon took place in the Mexican state of Oaxaca, in an event that had never occurred in this region before. A lagoon turned a bright pink, but biologists who have analyzed the water samples haven't determined the cause of the sudden discoloration of the water. It doesn't appear to be toxic, so the hypothesis is that the rains from the tropical storm could have lowered the salinity of the lagoon, creating a sudden growth of microorganisms. Coincidentally, back in 2016, another lagoon in Oaxaca turned blood red, the cause said to be a bloom of bacteria. But in that particular instance, the phenomenon was induced by high temperatures and the absence of rain, which led to the increase in salt concentration. According to some observers in the field of atmospheric and biological abnormalities, the reasoning behind the colorful skies and the turning of waters across the world points to a changing climate, including a series of powerful storms and extreme rainfall. You may recall that just a couple of years ago, scientists had also attributed the unprecedented receding of the waters across South America to a series of big Atlantic storms. But are hurricanes actually to blame for these unusual anomalies? Big-name storms have been happening year after year across the Atlantic basin, and yet it seems as though it is only recently that these phenomenal events have been noticed and talked about. It's entirely possible that something is happening in the sky and upon the earth that goes well beyond what we know or are able to comprehend. The strange phenomenon that happened over the UK in October of 2017 was a sight to behold, when Ophelia, the worst storm in over 50 years, approached the British Isles. Suddenly the sky darkened over Britain. It turned an eerie red, followed by the appearance of what looked like a second sun eclipsing the clouds. What the people had witnessed was jaw-dropping. But there may be a piece missing in this puzzle of bewilderment that is yet to be found. Once the puzzle is complete, the portrait will be manifest before our eyes and our minds. You may have heard of the old cliche, your eyes can play tricks on you. In the world of the unknown, there are images that can confuse the mind, allowing our brain to be tricked into seeing something differently, what we call an optical illusion. The anomalies that are popping up across the world in these unusual times may seem confusing, but they are not a part of the imagination. They are very real. They're becoming more vivid, and they are no longer a rarity because they are happening more frequently. Some of you have seen the crisscrossing of chemtrailing in our sky over a number of years. On more than one occasion, I have looked up only to see the formation of a giant X-shaped cloud above me. This is not some made-up conspiracy. It certainly isn't an optical illusion. Rather, it is a deliberate exercise taking place above us for reasons that are uncertain, for which we can only speculate. At the end of October, a bizarre cloud formation that was filmed over Florida not only baffled many skywatchers, but had them wondering if there was some sort of alien involvement. Have you seen this formation before? The image appears to show clouds that are organized in a coherent pattern, with cross pieces that shoot up into the sky. This bizarre anomaly appeared around the same time as the perplexing appearances in Trinidad and Brazil. Now, it's easy to speculate on what this is or how it may have formed, but the video obviously shows several evenly spaced fork-like clouds stretching for some distance across the sky. Individuals who have seen this have described the phenomenon as the stairway to heaven. Although its origin is entirely unknown, it's possible that it could be just a natural phenomenon or a rare meteorological formation. In any event, the origin of this appearance, like so many others, remains unknown. As you look at the sky, remind yourself of the cosmos. Seek its vastness at every opportunity, so that you may see the smallness of yourself. Thanks for watching.